Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Ashley.
And let's see if the void echoes back today.
Today we're two best friends diving deeper into the void, talking about chapters 9 and 10 of Beguiled. Yeah. I almost said it wrong again.
Nope, you got it. It's Beguiled.
I did it.
We did it, you know.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back.
These chapters, I was like, they were so good. I'm loving these perspective swaps. And oh my god, now that I know Kaylee loves me saying that, I'm going to be saying it probably more than I already do. but it's I really, really love this author's writing style. She's doing a phenomenal job, and I really love how she really makes it seem like when it's from Talia's perspective, Casimir seems quite manipulative, and it's a thing. But when it's from
he just seems, I don't, it's like one of those things where it's like from Rune's perspective, seems so manipulative.
Yeah. From Rune's perspective,
he seems like that, like manipulative charmer, like oh, are you sure you want to?
Yep. And then, but from his perspective, it doesn't seem. What are you doing?
The shoulder roll, like the coy shoulder roll, like the hello.
I look over and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
So sorry.
But then from like Casimir's perspective, which I think this is the first chapter we got from his perspective.
This is also the first chapter from his perspective, which is why
it was so good. I know, but Ruin seems insanely manipulative, and so it's really interesting, and I love how dangerous, and I love how she wrote it in the sense of she made it very much like, because when you're yourself, you don't find, unless you like are doing it on purpose, you don't find yourself manipulative. You think you're kind of doing it for yourself, and you're like, oh, this is fine, like you can kind of reason yourself out of it.
Yes, there's always justification.
There's always justification. It's kind of like when you watch the show how you can hear him justifying all of his actions, and you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense because you're in his head. And so it's like, oh, he's doing this because of that.
Think about it, you're never going to be the villain in your own story.
I can argue that, but that's a different point. In a different
For the most part, in most people's perspectives,
yes, most people's perspective,
they do not want to see themselves as the villain in their own story. And that's the thing.
Yeah. And so it's interesting in how she can write where these perspectives swap, and you see that justification in their head of what they're doing that we're seeing from a different perspective, where you're like, that's really fucking weird that you're doing that, but now you're justifying it. You're like, oh my god, I see that. Written so well. I really, really loved it.
Oh, I'm eating it up. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
great.
When we changed to this, I was like,
you're like, please.
Delicious. Yes.
It's so
give
good.
It to me. Sorry. Sometimes I think about, because I do that, so, like, I kind of do that often, but I'm also just like...
So I think you do it at least 4 times an episode.
But I can't help it. I'm eating so well, and it's
eating
so good.
So well. It's so great.
The answer is, I don't care. It's mouth-wateringly delicious, and I'm eating so well, and I don't care. But also sometimes I'm like, I'm so sorry to our editor, because they must fucking hate me sometimes.
And we love them so, so much.
We do. We love them so much. But jumping right into the chapters, remembering where we last left off, chapter 8, we just finished the
date.
I was like, Talia's and Casimir's date,
which is so exciting
at the end.
And I do love how he was like, so it starts with him going and like leaving, but I do love how he's like, damn it, I didn't mean to kiss her. I took it too far. And he's like, fuck, I did not mean to do that. I was like, god damn. And it was so good. And then he's like touching his lips, and he's like, wow, that was so great. And I'm like, it's so good. And like, but how he described it was very much like a surge to do it. Like he was drawn to do it. Do you think this is like a fated mates thing?
Undeniable urge.
I never even thought about that.
Here's the thing, is I am like, she hasn't kissed Rune yet, so you can't tell me that maybe Rune didn't feel that feeling as well.
We haven't seen them be together yet. We don't see that
Yes.
dynamic yet.
Yeah, and we haven't seen them be together yet, which is so interesting. But also, it's like the I don't know, because Talia didn't describe the feeling.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, it's very interesting because even throughout this thing, he has glamored a lot of things. Like, it says, like, he gets in the car, drives down the street, and then gets out, snaps his finger, and then the glamour of the car was gone. So, like, he, like, magicked an entire car in existence.
That works, and you could sit in and touch it.
That works, that people, that you can touch and get in and see, and is fully functional, and, like, drives like a car, as if it's a real car.
Yeah.
So the answer is, wow, this man's extremely powerful, number one. Number
and this
two,
is in a different place.
yes, this is even in the mortal realm where magic is not nearly as prevalent, you know? And so, like, just to think about that, that's something to, like, hang on to. But then, not only that, is, like, obviously there's many, like, different veils that he has to go to get to the Unseelie Court. Sorry, to get to the Seelie Court.
Yeah.
Because he is the Seelie Court. They are in the Seelie Court.
There you go, Kaylee.
It's, okay, listen, the courts are very close together. It's the Seelie Court and then the Unseelie Court.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the faction that, like,
It's
broke
not
off.
the Seelie Court.
Obviously. Yes. Anyway. But he talks about how many, like, veils that it is to get through, and he openly says that the boundary where they are at is extremely thick.
Yeah.
It's much, much thicker and harder to get through than, say, like, Scotland or anything like that.
At first I was like, are they in Scotland? And then
I know.
Thank you. I also was like, wow, Scotland. Yeah, I would love to go to Scotland.
I was like, that's crazy. I did not imagine that.
Same. I was like, that is not where I was imagining it.
Yeah.
I was imagining, like,
but
New
also,
York-esque.
me immediately, them mentioning Scotland, and me knowing just, like, folk tales from Scotland about how there's fairies and gnomes there, and I'm like, are we gonna also get that?
Absolutely.
Are we gonna get different types of fairies?
Yeah, because
Are they
Scotland was
all the
interesting.
same
Like, why is
fairies?
it weaker in Scotland? Is it because is people from that realm transporting to
Scotland most
Scotland,
often?
and that's why there's gnomes and there's fairies in Scotland in those folk
Or
stories.
is it because the people's belief there keeps magic alive?
Or that.
And therefore because of the offerings that they make to them, and, like, the reverence that they give and the respect that they give, does that mean that the veil's thinner there because of that?
Yeah. I don't know.
All interesting things to think about.
So then he goes to the kitchen. And he gets back home and he's in the kitchen.
He like, like me,
World
I call it teleportation, but, like, the word that is used in the book is translocated, which obviously is just such a
much better way to say trans.
That's just such an author's, like, that's just a writer's way to say that.
It really is.
That's such an author's way. Like, that is a book thing. I'm like, yeah, they teleported, but it's like they translocated. Because I think, like, obviously, like, they're trying to, like, make sure that people know that it's not the same as teleportation. Like, it's not like...
Yeah.
But also, like, the fact that Casimir gets back faster because of his control of the wind. Very interesting to note.
That was interesting. Yeah.
Very, very interesting to note that he, for some reason, travels faster because he can control the wind.
Yeah.
So,
and then did you hear he said he had to, like, go through different, like, realms and, like, different dimensions to get there?
Yes. Like, he, like, hops through different dimensions and realms.
Yeah.
So it's, like, how interesting that is a thing. But, you know, He's in the kitchen now.
Yep. And he's like hoping the like bustle of it will kind of
the
keep
noise
him
will kind of like hide, like conceal his return.
Yeah, but then his brother's there, and immediately he's like, "Where have you been, brother?"
And he's like, just running a few errands, and like obviously Rune's like in the mortal realm. Mm-hmm. I kind of like how he says this, though. He's like, in the mortal realm, you're supposed to be the noble one. You wouldn't be trying to charm your highness, would you?
Yeah.
And I am like, oh!
Interesting.
But also, interesting. I understand because technically Casimir is supposed to be the one that like doesn't leave. Like technically he's the ruler. He's like the king. Yeah. Air quotes because they've never actually said that he was the king. I put it in air quotes because they've never like stated it. Yeah. That means like you are supposed to be here. You are supposed to be like doing your noble duty. Yeah. So interesting that he says it like that. And then also you wouldn't be trying to charm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Your Highness, would you?
Interesting. I do.
And then Casimir's like justification.
Like, yeah, it's I'm trying to make her transition less unsettling, and then he's like, well, no, like you just put her in so much danger. Like you're aware of that, aren't you?
And then but like Casimir's clapback is like that was never my intention. She's going to be my wife. Mm-hmm. And then...
I would never willingly put her in danger.
Yeah, I was like, I would never willingly put her in danger. I'm not gonna lie, I loved this fucking line. The line that Rune says to him, like the clapback of, your intentions don't always matter.
Yes, it was so good. I was like oh so my good. I really love it. I really love it. I'm really loving the Rune and Casimir relationship. Like their dynamic is really interesting because you could really see how they're both manipulating each other really and trying to like get into their heads. I think it's really interesting and like seeing how they both call out the other's manipulation.
Yeah, but also at the same time they both seem so manipulative to each other.
I know. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, it's so good.
The tension immediately heated up, like, so much more when they were together.
So much.
But here's the thing, is, like, when we saw Rune, it's hard because, like, when we saw Rune earlier talking to Casimir about how Casimir should talk to the council about bringing her back, it didn't seem, even from Rune's perspective, that Casimir was being deceitful. In a way. That he was just like, no, we can't do it. We can't do it.
Yeah.
But also, in a way, I guess he was, because technically Rune didn't know that Casimir, at that point, was going over to the realm.
Yeah, he didn't know.
To see her.
Yeah. It's so, like,
it's so... I love it. I love it so good. So much. It's so good. And then,
but also I really love how, like, he is, like, I just want, like, you can't control everything. Like, he says, he's like, especially when it comes to her, and he just says, he's like, I just want her to feel at home with me. And the clap back of that was like, well, then, like, tread carefully, my brother. This isn't always about your wants or feelings.
Oh, my God. But also, this right here, we can see the line between brothers. Yeah. Because it does seem like, even from that statement, it's not always about your wants or your needs. Where even Rune says that to himself. Yeah. When he is with Taryn, he says it to himself about his feelings, about her as well. And so I'm like, I was like, I'm eating it up. Oh my God.
So good. I'm loving
here,
once again, seeing the dynamic.
That Rune
even within
is
the own characters.
such a fucking rule follower.
Yeah.
And in a way, seems like such a fucking rule follower and is willing to deny his own feelings and his wants and his needs for the quote-unquote betterment of the realm.
Yeah.
Where it does seem like Casimir's slightly more emotionally driven. Just in this interaction solely that we're seeing.
Yeah. And...
But then we immediately gets interrupted because all of a sudden shit hits the fan and the alarm bells are going off in the castle. And they're like running to the throne room, and Rune's like keeping in pace with Casimir because Casimir immediately like leaps into action. And then like there's fire coming out of the throne room and it immediately dies down. And it's interesting to note because Casimir also notes it as like it's almost like the flames died down at my presence. Yeah. And it wasn't dying down for anybody else. So interesting to think about that.
Yeah.
But also like this is in the fucking throne room.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me that this was in the throne room.
What a power move. Like that is something that you would do for like a power move, because now the throne room was where you go to be like on the throne and like lead, and so like having someone
but also
we find out someone was like murdered there.
Yeah, like that's like technically the middle of the castle. Like this is supposed to be the room that the king always resides in, that's always protected, that's always quote unquote safe.
Yeah, and now there's like been a murder in there. That's not great.
And like, there's like flames and ash, and then there's blood all over like the floor. And it's really interesting because the girl looks like Talia.
I was about to say, she has the red hair. Like, he acknowledges, her hair looks just like Talia's.
Yes, it's the same shade as hers. She looks like her, and he vaguely recognizes her as some sort of kitchen or some sort of castle staff. Doesn't say like what kind of staff, just some sort of a castle staff. And like he immediately like rushes to the body.
Yeah.
And to see, and like he bends down to like, and it says that he wants to like attempt to restore some sort of dignity to her body.
I do love that.
Realizes like he's like trying to like make her like
look okay-ish,
like not necessarily like pretty, but like like not as disheveled, not as in so much distress. So like he turns her around and he's like brushing like the hair from her face, and then like there's like hair that's like caked in blood stuck to her cheek, and he's like trying to get it off, and then he stops because he realizes where all the blood is coming from and like how much it was done, and the fact that this, like, it openly says that like her throat was slit so brutally he was shocked that her head was even on her body.
That when that was described, I was like, wow, that was so good. And also the fact that I loved Casimir's reaction where it was he doesn't get queasy around shit, and he had to like turn around and like stop for a second.
Like he almost threw up. Like he had to stop himself from throwing up because it was so gory.
Brutal.
It was so brutal. And he realizes that there's stuff like written in blood, obviously written in the maiden's blood, and it just says the princess will die.
Good God, imagine seeing that. That'd be horrifying.
In your throne room, written in the ground in blood with a corpse laying over it.
Good.
Like Ashley said, what a fucking power move.
Yeah, like you said, even like if this would be also, I think the power move one, it's the throne room, and that's where you go to like rule. Like that's obviously it's where you have your meetings, it's where, but also it's not just that, it's the throne room is typically in the middle-ish of the castle.
Yes.
And so they got all the way in somehow to the point where they could be literally infiltrated to the point of someone being murdered in the middle-ish of the castle.
Of the castle that's supposed to be the most protected place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you want to bring her back?
Mm-hmm.
Me. And you want to bring her back?
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but obviously, like, after this, they're like, we gotta call a meeting right now. Yep. And Rune's like, well, I'm gonna go call the meeting, and then Cass is like, yeah, I'll handle the wards.
I'm so excited to talk about this upcoming part.
Oh, really? Okay. Me, really? Yeah?
I'm excited because
we did get introduced to a couple new characters as well, which I think were really important characters to note. Because I'm like, I think any characters that they give a name is kind of important to note. Yeah. And especially, I think that it's important to note their relationships with specifically Casimir.
Yes.
I think these are going to be important people to note when it comes to him specifically. Yeah. And it's, you know, Kaylin was one of the guards that that he was like, oh, they are loyal, I like them. Yeah. And then I'm going to send them with a group of magic users to inspect the wards. Yep. And see, like, what's going on with that. And then he sees Raynor, who is his second in command, which I also think is something very important to note. Yeah. And I do like how there's a lot of characters in the series. I feel like more than we're used to at this point, because I feel like we've read a lot of stories that have a cast of maybe 5 at most. 5 to 8 at most. Does this... Well, she's counting in her head, and so there's so many. I'm like trying to count how many names, specifically names that we have gotten. Yeah, and like there isn't that many full names. Yeah, you're right. There's quite a bit of full names. There's at least like 7 to 10 now. Yeah. So I do like how, this is what I kind of want to mention, is just I love how you're getting, because you're getting introduced to the world, and we're just trying to figure out how the magic works. Like, we're still early-ish in the book, you know? And so we're getting introduced to a lot, but I love, and we have so many new characters to kind of figure out and remember, and especially with them being able to go between worlds and, like, seeing the difference, especially with Taryn and Steven, T-S-T. Yeah, S-T. You know, like, there's so much to keep track of, and so it's and even, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, even the characters that aren't getting named as much. Like, the person, you have to keep track of, the person that, you know, like, tried to attack Steven in the bar. Yeah. Like, stuff like that. Like, there's characters, and you want to pay attention, because you're like, who's not a person who's actually from this different realm. Yeah. And so, like, there's so many different things to keep track of, and I really like how the named characters are kind of slowly being pushed. So it's a lot more of a gentle, instead of here's all this, bah! Yeah. Yeah, I also agree. Raynor's the second in command Casimir's like, hey, you need to go find this girl's family and make sure you give them proper compensation and give her a proper death right. And even in his head, he's thinking, like, it won't bring their daughter back, but it's at least something that I can do, you know, which is so interesting. And then also it's like it seems like the amount of money that they're going to give them is quite a bit, because, like, he openly said that way they can take the time that they need to grieve. Yeah. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, that means you're giving them enough money for, like, at least, like, a week to grieve. Yeah. Like, for them to be okay and not to work. At least in my mind, that's immediately what I go to. Like a week or two. Yeah, in terms of like, things like that, when I think about that. But then, like, you know, he's like, oh, does this mean, like, Raynor asks Casimir point blank, right to his face, does this mean that Talia's in danger? And Casimir replies, we won't let anything happen to her.
Yeah.
Like, we won't let anything happen to her. Let's go, brother. And, like, they start, like, off to, like, go off. But I think that it's important to note that he refers to him as a brother, which is why I'm like, I think Rainer, the second in command, is going to be a big, big character.
Yeah.
Because they also do just, like, offhandedly mention this one guard that he's like, oh, I kind of want to assign him to her to watch her, but I don't remember if that was, maybe it's later. It could be later.
No, this is the part that I was like, as they're going, you know.
Yeah, so now we're going into the meeting.
Yeah, and I do like, because it's his internal monologue at this point, but I do love how he is like, wow, like, so he's in the meeting, and in his head he's kind of like, wow, like, this played perfectly into his plans, and I believe he was talking about ruin, because right before he was like, could he do this? Would he really murder somebody for this? And so it's really interesting, and it's like, I know we've been talking about Casimir being the manipulative one, but what do you think?
No. It's like one of those things where it's like, Cass is like would he do this? I know that Rain does not balk at gore, but an innocent, a civilian, to get to his means? It
was the way he said he doesn't balk at gore, but this.
Yes.
So what has he done before?
Yeah.
Why did you say it that
civilian?
Way?
Yeah, why did you say it that way? The way he said it,
I was like, he's done something like this before.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
So this is playing into his plans, because he wanted Talia to come back.
Oh yeah, he's been wanting to Talia to come back, and he's been openly asking the council multiple times. And like, even now, like, when he's speaking to the council, he's like, there must have been a breach at the weak point in the Cronin forest, and now a woman is murdered. It's time to bring the queen back. She's almost of age, and we won't be able to keep her safe in the mortal realm if she awakens. Yeah. And also, not only that, we won't be able to keep her safe, but we won't be able to keep the mortal realm safe.
Yep.
If she awakens there. And I am like, if she awakens there, what would happen?
I wonder if it would call a lot of the people that have, like, kind of gone there from this realm, and, like, be like,
maybe,
or like, right now she doesn't have the power. If she's getting it, but she doesn't have the power, so she's not a beacon.
Or if she awakened, would it rip the veil? That's the thing that I'm thinking.
Do you think the veil is weak in Scotland because of that, and they moved her from Scotland?
No, because she didn't awaken. She's not fully awakened.
Oh, you're
she's
right.
not of age. So I think the veil is weak in Scotland for a different reason, most likely because of everything that we've said.
Yeah.
But I wonder if she awakened, if the veil would not become weak, that it would completely rip.
Interesting.
That's
kind of do a Star versus the Force of Evil type of thing.
Yes.
Have you seen that show?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The ending was whatever.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, the ending where do that type of thing.
Yeah, where, like, the universes collide.
Yeah. Interesting. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, and so it's like, is that why Rune's so specific about, no, if she wakes up, we are not going to be able to protect the mortal realm.
Yeah.
Not just her, but the mortal realm itself. Like, the whole realm. And so I'm like, does that mean, like, that he's thinking that it's gonna tear? Like, even though the boundary, where the boundary is, like, where she's at is really thick.
Interesting.
Does he think that she's that powerful that it's gonna rip?
How interesting. I never even thought about that.
That's something that I was kind of thinking about, just like in terms of like wards and like
why
the boundaries being
so like
it's been mentioned so many times. That's why I'm like, is it?
No, you're right. That's so interesting.
Is that what that means?
That is so interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And I do love how, like, they both do it where, like, even Casimir's kind of being like, she's gonna hate me for this.
For sure. Yeah. But also the fact that Rune is not scared to call his brother out in the middle of this fucking meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, outlandishly in front of everybody. Like, doesn't even, like, confirm or deny, like, with Cass, like, in the kitchen.
Yeah.
If that's, like, what he was doing. Like, Rune just says, if Casimir and Taryn can find her that quickly,
Yep.
you think who else could find her?
Yep.
And I wrote his name down and I'm like struggling looking at it, but
Cronus? Oh, where?
The Kronos is like, how did you find her?
That information was confidential.
Yeah, how did you find her? That information.
Is that how you spell it? Did you look it up?
Yes. Yes, all of the names are spelled correctly because I did use the book for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Callus?
Yeah. But but like the fact that he uses a tone of accusation.
Yeah.
And unease.
And why are they uneased? Yeah. How interesting.
Why are you like, how dare you find her? Like, how could you? Especially
with they're kind of the rulers in place currently. Yeah. So why are they so interesting? Yeah. And I also like how Cash just is like, nah, I'm gonna fucking ignore that shit. That's crazy. That's crazy that you think I'm going to. Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna do that shit. That's crazy. And he's like, he's really trying to build her trust, and he knows that it's all about a shatter. But also at the same time, like, at this moment, Cass is very much like, don't want to bring her back, but I can't argue with Rune's logic. I can't argue with the logic and the situation any longer. Like, this is like what's going to be that, and he openly is like, damn, like, really thinking through this entire meeting, like, her death was very convenient for Rune's aims. And it's like it's so interesting how he's really like, wow, like, it lines up so perfectly. Yeah, it's like he doesn't shy away from bloodshed, he doesn't shy away from war. And it's the fact that he's openly like, he doesn't shy away from bloodshed. And it's an innocent civilian. It really seems like he's done something like this before. But an innocent is questionable. Like, it seems like Rune has done something like this specifically for big, like, who Casimir would say are not innocent in their aim, like, in their goals. No, for sure. And it's just like you said, the wording of that, he knows he doesn't shy away from bloodshed, but an innocent is questionable. Interesting. Yeah. And I also do think it's interesting how, and it was the tone that I was like, how interesting is well, you've been getting close to her, maybe you should go get her. Yes. I was like, the tone of that? Interesting. The tone of it, he was like, yeah. And I'm just like, because I was not expecting that. I'm not going to lie, the way that I thought this meeting was going to go. Yeah, because I didn't think that Rune would trust Casimir to go get her. That's fair. You know what? I really thought that Rune was going to be like, me and Taryn are going to go devise a plan to get her. To, like, bring her back safely. If we go with the route of, like, that's what I was suspecting. Yeah. But it's just, I think it was because it came from this is questionable, like, bloodshed, and then, like, the questionable, and then just the tone of, well, you've been getting familiar with her, why don't you go get her? Because he knows, and I think he's doing it because he knows she's going to be the most mad with Casimir, because he's the one that brought her back, and he didn't want that on him. Oh, yes. That, yes. But also, I'm like... But also, like, he does say, like, that's going to be nothing short of kidnapping. Like, she's not ready for this. Well, no, like, it's
it's not that she's not ready to come over to the realm. It's that they don't know each other enough. Like, he hasn't interacted with her enough for her just to, like, go with him somewhere.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, it's just, it really is the, you know, that sort of, like, it like, when Cass is kind of, like, denying it, and he's like, well, I don't really want to, like, we'd have to, like, kidnap her, and Rune just says, I can be the one to do it if, I can be the one to do it instead if you can't.
Yeah. It's the
openly, it's the, well, I can be the one to do it if you can't.
Yeah.
Are you saying that, like, you're not strong enough to do it
he's
now?
trying to push him to do it. So he doesn't get the backlash. It's so manipulative.
I'm like,
so
oh
manipulative.
My god. In front, mind you, this isn't closed doors. This is in front of the entire court.
Yep. It's so interesting. What a power. Like, it's definitely the powering, like... But it's also so interesting, because we haven't gotten, obviously,
but we know for a fact, yes, the power dynamic, but we know for a fact that Rune technically is just the captain of the guard.
Yeah.
Rune does not hold royalty power, like royal power, nobility power.
Yeah. But it's also so interesting, because, like, going from, because we've totally gotten Steven's
perspective.
But it's interesting because we started with Rune's perspective, and now swapping and seeing it from Casimir's perspective is really interesting, because we've only seen the other perspective and seeing just the difference of how he's acting through different eyes.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like the tone, if we were in his head, would be very different.
I know, but I'm loving it. I kind of want me.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's just,
I know this is
really,
what you
really
want
good.
for a different book series too.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is what you're...
God. Me. Oh my god. Oh my god. If that... Sorry.
Say it, Kaylee.
If the entire, like, setup between, like, the assassin and, like, the prostitute girl was, like, slightly better, like, the whole setup would have been so much better. It's fine. It's okay.
Well, I also was going to say about you want this type of format for Fourth Wing Book 4.
Oh, yeah. Me. Love it. I'd eat that shit up. Like, I'm not going to lie
more perspectives in Book 4.
I want the perspective change in Fourth Wing because I think it's going to be worth it because I think
like, and I'm okay if it's like still predominantly Violet, but I want more. Like, I want it to be like
I want like every other. I want an every other like almost like we're reading a tandem book.
We did do the tandem read.
We did do the tandem read for that, but it's also like one of those things where it's like
that was a lot of work.
Yeah, the tandem read was a lot of work. So
but I'm glad we did it in one
book. No, yeah. Oh my god, there's no fucking way I would have been able to get through one of those books if we didn't do the fucking tandem read. I was crying my fucking eyes out. I was like, I hate this man. He is disgusting, and she deserves so much better. Disgusting.
I never loved them, and we were like, what?
How dare you? She literally risked her life and almost brought down an entire fucking kingdom for you, and you're saying you didn't feel shit? Sorry.
That's wild.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wild. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, no.
The answer is no. And the answer is also that other woman deserves so much better.
She does.
Blech.
I mean,
it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that we got distracted and I
So that's a preview for our Throne of Glass segment.
Yeah, I guess we can start teasing it a little bit more now that the book has been announced.
Even though we've been teasing it
for forever. I'm just like not as me. I'm just trying to be, I don't know, regardless, hated it. It's fucking disgusting. Horrible. Anyway,
Anyway,
back to Beguiled,
which is a so much better book.
Yeah. And Rune does, from Casimir's like perspective, seems so fucking manipulative.
He does. He
and, like,
really
the fact
does.
that he's like, oh yeah, like, oh, like, you can't do it, then I'll do it. And then,
but it's so interesting because we said in the first couple chapters, it was the opposite.
Yes,
it's interesting.
Exactly. And Rune in the middle of it, I'm sorry, Cass in the middle of it, like in response to Rune being like, well, I can do it if you can't. He's like, no, I want to be the one to do it. And like, he's like, there's no way I'm leaving Rune to do it. There's no way I'm leaving him to do that. Like, I can't do that. And I'm like, why? Why can't you not leave him to do it? Mm-hmm. Why not? Why not? What happening? What do you mean? Why don't you trust him? What do you mean? Right. What do you mean?
It's
what
so
do you mean you
interesting.
can't trust him?
And like how everybody else like voted for Casimir to do it.
Yes. The entire like thing, they were like, yeah, no, it does seem better that you're gonna do it because you like majority voted.
But it's interesting.
Casimir would be the one to bring her back.
You were saying something and I cut you off. What did you say?
No, but like it's just like what do you mean? Why don't you trust him? Like, are you scared that he's going to either turn her over, use her for ransom, murder her?
Yeah, like, what do you, like, do you think does he think he's gonna murder her so he can go to the throne?
Yeah. But also, he probably knows how his brother feels. There's no way that they don't know how each other feels.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe they don't because they're men. I don't know. Does that apply to men written by women that are fays?
I don't know.
Me. Does that count? Do they count?
I don't know.
Does that count? I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Casimir is like he's openly just like unsettled, and now like he's like coming out, and he's just walking down in the castle, like thinking about like thinking about everything, like he's also like openly like, I kept my distance for so long because that's the only way I thought that it would, like, that she would be safe. I only checked in on her every once in a while, and like it was just now that like I couldn't resist anymore.
Yeah.
Approaching her.
But also, like, he checked on her. Do you think he turned into other people so he could see and like talk to her? Like, oh, you okay?
No.
Or do you think he was in the shadows?
No, I think he was in the shadows the whole time because of the way that he said it. He's like, I refused to talk to her. I refused to connect with her. I refused to interact with her, and I only watched her. Yeah, because I knew that I almost couldn't resist, and at the point where he showed himself and was there, and Rune and sorry, not Rune, and Taryn was like, yeah, he didn't even use a glamour, like how untactful. Almost. Yeah. And in my mind, I'm like, well, now that we know this information, that like Cass has been watching her for months, that like Cass has been flitting in and out, that he's been wanting this interaction, that the only reason why the interaction happened is because he couldn't quote unquote resist it. I'm like, was he there, invisible, and then like clicked off the glamour? Yeah. That he had on, and that's how he appeared there, and that's why like he was around.
Do you think if we read it, we would see him?
Huh?
Do you think if we reread it, we would see like little glimpses of him?
Ooh, possibly yes. Actually, yes. Yes, I do, because there are multiple times, even in the woods in the first chapter, where she's like, I feel unsettled.
Watching me.
Yes, I feel unsettled. Yeah. Somebody's watching me. Oh my god!
We love it.
Me. Oh my god!
All of the foreshadowing. Or like when she was at the beach, like someone is watching me.
Yes.
She's running and I feel like someone's watching me.
But also, I don't know about that one because that one she seemed so much more unsettled.
Well, that's true. But
But she seemed so much more unsettled. And so I'm like, I don't know. But like there are times where she's like constantly like there are people's watching me. Like it's like I have like this unsettled feeling, you know? Or like when she's freaking out, she openly is like, oh, all of a sudden I felt this sense of calm.
Yeah.
Like wash over me for no reason. And I'm like, actually, was he constantly pushing emotions onto her?
Oh.
Okay. Sorry. Me, sorry, I got very excited.
How interesting.
No, because actually, yeah, I think that we might see him if we reread it. I think we might see him a little bit more.
Interesting. This is why we love rereads.
Yeah. But it's also, really, like, I'm loving our first read of this.
Oh, yeah, no,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
oh my gosh, yes. So many theories.
This is really fun. But he leads himself to her old room, and he's like, I did that unconsciously. Like, I didn't mean to get there. And he says, and then he openly the sound of his laughter, her laughter. Yeah. And the day he confessed feelings that she could no longer remember. But I thought she said, she confessed feelings that she could no longer remember.
I thought it said he.
I thought it said she. You looking it up? Okay, well, Kaylee does that. Thank you, Kaylee.
Yeah, why Ashley talks a little bit more?
Either way, that's really... Like, imagine confessing feelings to somebody, and then it having...
I found it. I found it right away. That's crazy. Oh. She would be furious with him. Furious that he had hid things from her. Furious that he had kissed her while keeping so many secrets. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
Well, it's a very sad thing, because, like, either way, if it's him that confessed and she forgot, or she confessed and she forgot, it's really sad. Like, that's still that loss of confessing something and now you don't remember it. And also, the power dynamic that this gives is so interesting, because she's not going to remember any of the memories or anything like that.
Here it is. Sorry. I found it. The sound of her laughter, the look of her face, the day he confessed feelings she could no longer remember. So it does say he.
It does say he.
Confessed feelings that she no longer remembers.
Okay.
He clenches his jaw and turns away before the memories swallow him whole.
Ooh. I love that line. Before the memories swallowed him whole. So good.
Eating. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Oh, that is phenomenal. Wow. But it's really sad.
So it was him. That confessed the feelings. Yeah.
How interesting. But I can't imagine, because I remember I read this one, would you rather have your, like, spouse or your partner or something, you can be best friend, whatever, hate you, but you didn't do something like hate you, and then they, like, go off and, like, they hate you and they don't care about you, and you're kind of left with the, oh fuck. Or would you rather them, or something like along those lines, like, would you rather, like, you be the person to do that? Like, is a would you rather situation where you all of a sudden hate your fiance or something?
Here's the thing, I would rather... because of the person I am, if I was put into a situation where my best friend, partner, whatever, had to face a situation that is...
Oh, I remember what the situation was.
Emotionally and physically so taxing and so traumatizing, would I rather have them face something that is like this like one of, like, the biggest ordeals ever, and then them, like, you know, have to, like, live with that? Or would I rather them hate me? And would I rather, like, break off, like, that relationship and they hate me for the rest of my life to prevent them from experiencing that? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay, I remember the prompt.
The answer is yes, I would. I don't know the...
Absolutely. So the prompt
I'm
was...
obviously putting it in, like, a crazy circumstance. But
so
I would rather them hate me than ever have to do that.
Because the prompt was they get a terminal illness and they can fix it. But the side effect would be they hate you. And then, like, you're out of the life. They're gone. They hate you, but they're cured. They hate you. Would you rather give them that? Like, would you rather have them do that?
Would you rather them...
Or would you rather them not?
Yeah.
And I was like,
would you rather them die? The answer is I would rather them hate me for the rest of their fucking life.
Because it's the...
And I could live with that.
Because
I could live with that.
They hate you. They don't care anymore. Yeah. They're out of your life. It doesn't... You do not affect them anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, it affects you, but that's your own thing to deal with. And I'd rather do that and let them live and have a good life.
Yes, I would. Yes, I also agree. I would rather have them live and hate me for the rest of their fucking life than to, like, have to do that. Like, there are certain things where I'm like, yeah, no, I would hands down do that.
Because
if I can prevent my friends from suffering, if I can prevent my friends from suffering, I will do it regardless of the outcome that it has on me personally.
Yeah. Because I'm going to use you as an example. If, like, I was in that situation, and I would obviously choose, you hate me, go away. But it's, like, not only that, it's just, like, imagine like, as, like, in the selfish sense of imagine, like, the guilt you would feel if you chose to let them die. That would be awful.
Also, yeah, I don't think I could live with myself like that.
No.
But then it's also, like, the idea of, like, I mean, you could justify it. You could justify it and say, but they died happy.
But, also, they hate you. They're happy in a different thing. They hate you. Yeah. They don't care about you anymore. So they're going to be happy no matter what.
Yeah. If they're alive. But here's the thing, like, it's also, like, the idea of, like, it is selfish. I think that it's like one of those things where it's like it is selfish for you to remain friends with them and you guys live a happy life until they die and everybody is happy until they die. Yeah. The answer is but I guess, like, that's the thing. It's like, I don't think I could live with myself. No. Like, I think I would be ruined. I was going to say when they die. Me. Yeah. I would be ruined. Yeah. Like, not like, oh, like, I think I'd be really upset and I'd feel really guilty. No, I would be fucking ruined. Yeah. Because the thought is like yes, I feel guilty, but the thought of me, like, the thing that would kill me the most is how fucking dare you? How dare you be so fucking selfish? Yeah. You let them die. Yeah. And the answer is I couldn't fucking live with that because it's like regardless of, like, how happy, like, we would be, I couldn't, no. The answer is no. No. The answer is no. I would rather, like, I would rather them hate me and save them than be happy with them and not save them. Yeah. Because the guilt, once they were gone, like, once they were gone. Yeah. I would be ruined. Yeah. Because then I'd have to like try to justify it in my head about why I kept them around, even though regardless of how happy we were. Yeah. And then in my head, it would be was I truly happy with them, or was I giving them what I thought they wanted? Yep. And then it's a whole can of worms. It's like a whole can of worms. But also, yeah, what would you guys do? Yeah. Would you cure them and let them hate you forever? Or would you live happily until the day that they died? Yeah. That's a sad fucking question. The answer is no. I would rather them live and hate me for the rest of their life. I could not do it. I couldn't do it either. I could not do it. No. I don't care. Like, I would literally rather you be happy and hate me for the rest of your fucking life than any harm to ever come to them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But also, I can see why someone would choose the other thing.
Yes. And that's the thing. Because here's the thing is like how long do they have until they die? Because you can technically put a statement because it could have been years.
You never know.
You could have years with this person.
Yeah.
You could have extra years with this person and the person that you love so deeply. You could have years with this person until they pass. Let's let's just say like they're going to die in 10 years and you know it, and you can either prevent it right now. Like you can prevent their death.
Yeah.
Or and have them hate you forever. Or and have them hate you, and then they'll live, past those 10 years. Or would you rather have 10 years with them?
Yeah.
And them not hate you and have 10 years like that? The answer is still I would rather them hate me for those 10 years and then to see them die in those 10 years after. Regardless of the happy moments we would have shared in those 10 years.
Yeah. So
anyway, back to the book.
It's very interesting because I feel like it's obviously very different but very similar to that conversation.
Oh yeah, because now we're looking at the conversation of Casimir openly says at the end of this chapter, he's like, if she's going to be, keen consciously like this, I don't want to remember the whole memories. If Talia coming back, and if Talia is coming back, and he would have to face her wrath, and if that is the price that he has to pay for her coming back, he will gladly pay it. Yeah,
he would face her wrath with her in the mortal realm and let it, and then she would probably pass away. Or does he want to bring her back and face her being livid? Livid.
He would face her wrath.
Talia, she does
for sure
put her boundaries down, and she's like, no, I don't like that. Absolutely not. And so we know that about her, and we know that that's what she does. And so it's that question is a very relevant question to the situation at hand.
It really is, because it really is and he openly states if facing her wrath, he would face her wrath if that is the price to bring her back.
Yeah.
Period.
And then he does also.
He's going to do it.
Yeah.
And then
And he is then at that point questioning what happened to the girl. He does openly say, was it Ruin?
Yeah. Was it him?
Interesting.
And he's walking back to the throne room because he needs to go and kind of examine it a little bit more. And Kaylin comes, which is the guard that is supposed to be securing the wards. It openly is the castle wards are down, and immediately says, I know that first. We have not checked the court realms yet. We haven't checked outside, but we know that the castle wards are down.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's crazy for the entire castle wards to be down.
That's a lot. That's a lot of wards.
Obviously Casimir's obviously it seems like an inside job. Why are all of them down? What is going on?
He does say, I don't know if you noticed, but he does say the door wasn't unlocked. It wasn't this was someone was on the inside. They didn't get in from the outside. It was an inside thing.
Yeah.
So that's what he goes, was it Ruin?
He tells Freya that the princess is coming back, and Freya is most likely the handmaid that waited on her before, because of how shocked she was. But he goes to check for evidence, and he's and he openly is until I find out who did this, I don't think I can rest. And and that's where chapter 9 ends. Yeah. And chapter 10 we're immediately jumping in.
Yeah, and he's now back in front of her house.
Yes.
And he was waiting there until he knew she was leaving for work.
Yeah.
And he was like, she should be leaving tonight. And I will say, that is creepy to find out. Imagine being Talia in that situation.
I honestly, all of her reactions were
so
very
valid.
normal, very valid, and I'm actually glad that she had a normal reaction and not a reaction of, oh, you've been following me for a few months? Okay, I'll follow you anywhere because you're hot. And the answer still was,
no.
I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you've been doing what?
Yep.
With where?
And she does say that she's like, at first she's excited to see him. She's like, oh my gosh, hey.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
shocked
so
and
excited to see him.
And he's looked at her caretaker because she's facing him, and then her aunt came out and like looked at him,
like
and
on the porch.
Mm-hmm, and he was like, oh, like that's odd, and she didn't see him, and he kisses her without like better judgment. Like he openly says like, I kissed her and I didn't mean to, but I did it again. And he's like, and he just says like, it might be the last chance I get into, like, I need you to come home with me, you're in danger. Cause she's like,
yeah,
wow,
because she's like, oh my gosh. She was like, oh, what was that about? Like, that's crazy. And he's like, it's the last chance I might ever get. You need to come with me now.
Yeah. And he's like, danger. And she's like, what? Like, what do you mean? And she's like, have you been stalking me? And like, that's when her face, and he went, that, like, her face turned into betrayal. And so she just says like, I should have listened to Steven.
Yes. And it's one of those things where I'm like, ooh, the fact that she says it like that, she's like, like, because like Steven openly was like, hey, you got to be careful with this guy. Like, you don't know him. Like, he could be anyone.
Yeah.
And I am like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh. But also at the same time, I like the visceral reaction of like her pushing him away and like being like the only thing that's putting me in danger is you.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing. Like, I'm in danger because of you. You put me in danger. You are the danger. And I am like, thank God you have a normal person's brain, because I also agree.
Know. Yeah, I mean, like,
I also agree. But then like also like the idea of like, you just fucking kissed me? How disgusting. How dare you?
Yes.
How fucking dare you?
I do love, and then he's like, wow, like there's a power kind of humming around her. And I do also love how she was like, well, if you've been trying to protect me, you've been doing a pretty shitty job at it, considering my living situation. And I went, I love that. And, you know, she does like, well, how long? Like, how long have you been watching me? How long have you been stalking me? And he's like, a few months. And like you said, it's I do actually love the only person in danger right now is you if you don't stop following me. Because she's like, I will fight you. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
And we've seen her do it even in the woods, like in when she was dealing with what's his face.
I wanted to say Chad, but I know that's wrong.
I don't know, the creepy dude.
Yeah.
Creepy ex-boyfriend. That's not okay.
Not Brad. I don't know why.
It's something very generic.
That's why I said Chad or Brad. Kyle? Was it Kyle?
No, there's no way it was fucking Kyle.
Adam?
I don't know.
I don't know, but common name.
Yeah, common name. Insert creepy, random, common name ex-boyfriend dude.
Yeah, him. And I do.
Yeah, because we've seen her do it. You know, she's not scared to do that.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to do it. She openly is like, oh god, I fucking hate this type of situation. Logan, what a loser.
And like he sees her the aunt like morph into like this creature, and how it was described was really interesting. What did you think of that?
I loved it.
I was like, wow.
Oh my god, like the fact that it looked like the mortal skin melted like off. Like it didn't like fall off, like sometimes like when like glamours come off, it's like this mystical sparkle, like sparkle, like almost like ethereal thing. But the way that they described it, of like, instead of like it like floating off and like revealing this like hideous creature, it's almost like the glamour melted into the creature to form it. And I was like, oh, I love that.
It was so good. And also love how
it seems like a harpy.
That's what I thought.
And like I was gonna say, I was like, the creature, like, yes, they didn't put a name to it, but it seems like this is a harpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the different creatures that we're getting in the series.
I know.
It's so good.
Other thing is, I'm like, oh god, I literally, I love it because I feel like for the most part, a lot in the fantasy books that we have read and read in the past that we haven't even talked about on the podcast is mostly dealing with fae, witches, mortals. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of other creatures, even though those creatures could all exist in that realm. Like, you know, like even like, you know, Fourth Wing, it's dragon and griffins.
Yeah.
You know? But it's also like and technically, fays could exist in that realm, they just don't. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things where it's like the magical realms, anything and everything could exist in them because of the presence of magic. Yeah. But I love that we're seeing different creatures like from these magical realms be used, especially in the Article of War.
Yes.
We read a lot of books about war and unrest in these fairy tale lands, and like the fact that now we're seeing that they're using them. Yeah. These are different. These aren't like, you know, like these aren't like charmed, like controlled witches. These are like actual fucking harpies. These are a different thing.
Yeah, I do also love, and like he was gathering his own power, ready to like hit it, like, you know, fight it. Yeah. And then also not only that, he did put an entire glamour shield. But also, did you hear that how he described it is the mortals see what they want to see. Yes. And I was like, how interesting. The part of the scene really reminded me of Percy Jackson. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm glad that like our brains kind of went there because of the way that it was described. I'm like, oh, like this kind of also seems like, you know, like how they had fights in the mortal realm, but the mortals just saw what they wanted to see. Yeah. Like they weren't seeing what's actually happening. They're seeing like a dogfight or something. Yeah. Yeah, they're seeing like a glamour. Like it's very That's like exactly what I thought. I was like, how interesting. Yeah. Yeah. But I also love that because that also means most likely we're the mortal realm is still going to be present even towards the end of this book. Yes. And I'm excited for that. Yes. Yeah. And I'm excited for the world hopping. Because I think we have not really had world hopping before. No, because this is I think the first one dimensional travel. The only one in quotes I would say is technically Throne of Glass when she's falling through the different worlds. Is it though? It's fine. But it's okay. I'm gonna yell about it. It's fine. Avatar doesn't count because you just walk and it's just a forest and you're now in a different place. Well, technically, there's a wall. You go through the wall. Yeah, technically there's a wall, but also not only that is Farrah dreams about it. Yeah, but it's not world hopping. Farrah sees it. Yeah, but it's not world hopping. Because it's because world hopping is what they're doing, where they're going through different dimensions trying to get to their own. You don't think that they did when they went into the cauldron? Yeah, that's a fair point, but we don't know enough about that. Yeah, okay, anyway. Yeah. Regardless. And so it's fun to see this world hopping because we haven't actual book. We haven't seen much of it. And so it's really fun to kind of see that. And I also loved how she described how the harpy, we're going to call it a harpy. It might not be, but that's what we're going to call it. Yeah, we're going to call it a harpy. How he described the nails, like the talons of it, went through his clothing and his skin like shredding paper. Yes. Like it was just so easy just to Flink. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, and like also like the fact that like he's telling like Talia to like get back, and he like, you know, like hears her hit the pavement or like stumble like or she something. Falls back. Yeah, like she falls back, but like he openly is like, I can't even look to see if she's okay because I know that she will most likely not live. Yeah. If this happens. But also, like, the harpy, like, jumps on him and is, like, on top of him. Yes. Yes. But then all of a sudden, it just goes, like, stoic. It just stops. Yeah. But that's because I thought it was because of his power. That's what I thought too. Like,
I thought he had like a blow to like do that, because he also says, because like me, I'm like, I wonder if he has some sort of like transmuted power, or I wonder because of her heightened state.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of like,
yeah, something happened because of her heightened state.
Because to me, when I was reading it, it sounded like it was all of a sudden it stopped on top of me. Like it was kind of, he was kind of shocked by it.
Yeah. That was
kind of how I read it. And I was like, how interesting. And then, you know, so it collapses and he gets up and she is like, what is that? And like, she's turning green. She's like, gonna barf. And he's like,
because like, I mean, even before the interaction happened, he pulls out a sword and she's like, Casimir, you can't just pull out a fucking sword in the middle of the fucking street.
He glamored it and he clocked and she was like, she's looking at it like, oh, how did I miss that you had that on you?
How did I miss that? She clocked that. She was like, where the fuck did that even come from?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, queen, yes.
I'm so glad you're aware. And so then how, after the fight, he's like, okay, you need to come with me. I'll explain everything. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she literally she like starts backing up and she bolts. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Have a normal reaction. So good. I'm so happy she did that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I would bolt too.
Yeah, like you just technically murdered something that I can't even explain, and then you're like, please come with me, dripping in blood, holding a goddamn sword. The answer is fucking no.
Exactly.
Like, immediately no.
Yeah. And so she bolts, and he reaches out enough, and like, with enough time to like grab her, and he like describes it as like burning his hand. Like, his hand, like, there's this awful burning sensation that goes like up through his arm. Like, it's awful. And then he like, the way he described it too, where he was like, he had to hold and like lock her arms.
Yeah, like he,
because she was fighting to get away.
Yeah, like he like grabbed her and like forced her to come with him.
Yeah,
and like that is like a whole thing, and like
and then
but also like the fact that he's like, I'm almost in agony, like and then also like then, you know, like in the next breath, like they're standing on marble floors in the room. Yeah, in her room in the Sealy court.
Yeah, and so then like she calls over Feyre. Yeah. She immediately faints. She calls over Feyre. Nope. Yep. And they put her in bed. And they're kind of tending to her, and then the nurse comes in, and they check her, but then he looks over, she looks at him, and she's like, you need tending too, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, like, deal with her. And she's like, we have her, she's gonna sleep for a bit. She's okay. Also, did you notice that she has different ears, and her face is slimmer now?
Because the glamour went away. Mm-hmm. She's no longer mortal. And, like, even, like, in the mortal realm, he's like, I can still see her. There's just mortal features pushed onto her.
Yep.
Yeah. And, like, now the glamour is gone.
Yeah.
Like, the glamour is gone, and her true nature is revealed when she stepped in.
Yeah, and I do love how he, like, because they're like, hey, come on, let's go to the infirmary. And so he's, like, kind of being taken, and he, like, looks at her, and he's like, she's so beautiful, and I can't believe she's going to be my wife.
I was like,
oh, wow. Oh.
See,
so
I told
cute.
you I liked this man.
And then he gets taken to the infirmary, which is the end of the chapter.
Yeah, which is the end of the chapter, but...
What did you think? This was a good set of chapters.
This was literally so good.
Read this.
But it's also like the idea of like...
right now.
Me, it's the... Who do you think is the more manipulative one? God. Who do you think we need to watch out for? Is it Cass or is it Rune?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think they're both really manipulative.
In the end, it is both. It is always going to be both. But it's also like the, who do you think has the best intention for her, not the court, for her?
Neither.
And
I think Karen has the best intent for her. I don't think the twins do.
How interesting.
I think the twins are too corrupt and trying to get the power. And like they're more focused on saving the court than they are saving her. Whereas I think Stephen ST is more of you get to see it in their interactions. I want her to be happy and I want her to be safe. So I think the brothers are going to be too focused on fighting each other for her. That's my
interesting.
Theory.
Interesting.
I think the love triangle will be between the brothers and.
Well, obviously, yes. That's because they both confessed feelings. It's like kind of like it was like kind of like one of those things. But like it's also like the idea of, do you think Rune did it? Do you think he did the murder?
God, I could see it going both ways.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did, but I think he's done something in the past.
It's the
he was in a setup for something in the past. Like someone set him up. He didn't do it. Someone set him up and put the blame on him.
I agree. I could see that happening, but I think there was a big thing that happened, obviously, to do that. But it's also like Cass and Rune both have stated that the Unseelie King would not hesitate to take her.
Mm-hmm.
And clearly, in the display in the throne room, would not hesitate to slaughter her brutally.
Yeah.
And then not only that is like, we kind of like skipped over certain details of the murder, but like the fact that the body was disheveled and her skirts were tattered.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we did skip over the fact that she was most likely brutally raped. But
yeah.
And just like to think about that, like the fact that this is like, it wasn't just like her throat was slit and she was badly beaten. It's there were certain aspects of the murder that I'm like, does not sound good.
No, I'm curious to see. It's really picking up too. Not that the past chapter,
but then it's also
slow,
like
but it's like, whoa.
Do you think Rune could do it?
I don't know.
But then also, like, when Cass is being questioned by the court, and he's like, well, I'm not going to give up my sources in the high court.
Yeah.
So there's another person above them helping them, which we knew that because Rune had alluded to that, because Rune thinks that upper person is extremely corrupt.
Yeah, so what if it's them? I don't know. There's so many, like, little things. I'm like, damn it. It's a good book. I'm having so much fun.
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's very, very good, and I've been really loving it.
It's so fun. Do you have any other thoughts?
I was like, honestly, no, because I think we really, like, talked about it in it about, like, what we think, where do we think it's gonna go, because I personally, I think the beginning of this book, obviously she's going to be super upset at Casimir, and so she's going to fall into the arms of Rune, and then something's going to happen.
Yes.
Something's going to happen where she's like, is Rune the person that I thought that he was?
Do you think this is a fated mates thing, or do you think it's just...
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
But here's the thing, is like, we know that in the Fae realm, fated mates is normal. I don't think I've ever read a fantasy where fays are that fated mates was not part of the lore.
Same. So we'll have to see. But there hasn't been any mentions of it yet.
Yeah, there hasn't. But there hasn't been any mention of it yet.
It just says, it's going to be my wife. Like, it's...
Yeah, but it also seems like, also like the way that they talk about her is it's very much a political alliance.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't even belong to the Seelie court. She belongs to something else.
Yeah.
That we haven't even gotten to.
Yep.
And clearly it's not the Unseelie court, because if the Unseelie court wants to murder her so badly, like, I don't think it's them.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yeah, all good things to see.
Very good questions.
Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, hit all of the buttons. And if you'd like to support us in any other way, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link in our bio, as well as now, because we have hit so many downloads on Buzzsprout, you can also, if you'd like to support us directly on Buzzsprout, please feel free to do so. There is an icon where you can donate to us. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening and joining in with us. Make sure to comment like what you would do. Would you let your partner or friend hate you so that they could live a happy life? Or would you have those 10 years to live a happy life with them and then know that they would die?
And what are you thinking of this book? It's a good,
and then
it's a good
also,
book. I'm really enjoying it.
What do you think of this book? And which brother do you think is more manipulative?
Yeah.
Is it Rune or is it Cass?
Oh,
and then,
God, I can't.
You know, already we're gonna pick sides. Who are you for? Are you for Cass? Are you for Rune? Let me know in the comments because I need to know.
I love it.
Yeah, and the last thing that we have to say to you is,
what did the void say to you?